What's going on, my boys? Dan here, back again with another brand new Duel Links video. Today we got a lot of stuff to discuss because today is a special day unlike any other. Today is our year one anniversary, my boys. Congratulations. You've made it one whole year. The festivities didn't end with Christmas and New Year's. It's time to celebrate Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. 1 year of being alive. Awesome. I'm enjoying this. I think this is great. And I think right now it's important to say something, I guess, on this monumentous occasion of 1 year of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And I just want to say something that I think we all might take for granted. A year ago, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links was introduced into our lives. And that was the very first time that a lot of us had the opportunity to duel duelists from all around the world, to compete globally. And that was something that I always wanted to do as a kid. And through Duel Links, I got that opportunity to compete on a professional level, you know, doing Kaiba cuts and things like that, globally. And that's an awesome feeling. That's something that as a kid I never had access to, and even most people as an adult, you know, competing globally is gonna be a challenge if it wasn't for online gaming. So this is just amazing that you can play Yu-Gi-Oh! On an official capacity globally from your pocket. That's absolutely insane. But I just wanted to say that because of all the things that Duel Links has provided, I think that is the #1 thing that most people never talk about, that's taken the most for granted, because it's just an awesome concept. I love getting up in the morning and dueling, and it says you're dueling someone from a new country. You know, we're experiencing culture through dueling. just a tiny bit. Alright, boys, this is the deck. Slifer, the Farm Dragon. Now we're going to use this deck to get in there and farm every gate character. And because we have an EXP bonus, and there's an increased chance of picking up skills and other things, we're farming skills and other stuff as well. Anytime you're playing on a person at the gate, you are farming skills for a character that you're using. So keep that in mind as you're going through. But basically, this is the setup for the deck. It's very easy somewhat easy to play. You gotta have a little bit of skill and at least remember the sequences of what's going on, but it's pretty easy going deck. So let's kind of break it down. Slifer the Sky Dragon cannot be special summoned. No, I'm sorry. So let's just break it down. Slifer the Sky Dragon is one of the coolest guide cards because he has lots of effects. So one of his effects says if he's special summoned, he'll die at the end of the turn. So that does open up possibilities for you to maybe use some sort of combination to special summon him, and you might be able to do this a little bit faster with better results, but I haven't found anything to special summon him yet. Also, if you normal summon him, it has to be with 3 tributes, and once you normal summon him out to the field, your opponent cannot activate anything in response. And his attack goes up by 1,000 for each card in your hand. Now, this is an awesome guide card because he has one more ability that could be really troublesome if you get him out in ranked PvP somehow and you have some cards to back him up. Every time your opponent summons a monster, they take 2,000 damage to the monster's attack. And if the attack goes to 0, the monster blows up. The monster dies. This is pretty awesome. So, you know, I'm not really sure how much you can really use this in ranked, but playing this in just against regular NPCs, it's amazing. Now this deck used to be a Gem Knight deck, like the one I showed you in the video, but no more. So get those Gem Knights out of here. And it's just the farm deck. So how we get this monster out? We got to get 3 monsters on the board. We get 3 monsters on the board by using this card called Tririte. And we're using Tririte to special summon 3 level 2 or lower monsters from the graveyard. Now how we get them in the graveyard is we use Painful Decision to send 1 level 4 or lower normal monster from the deck to the grave and put one in the hand. And then we're gonna send the Honeywise, and we're gonna drop one Honeywise and put one in the hand for painful decision. And when we get the other one, we're gonna discard both Honeywise with Magical Stone of Excavation to get back probably a golden bamboo sword. And once we get everything into the grave on the last turn, after we have pulled every card out of the deck and there's no more cards to draw, we bring them back with Tri-Rite, and then we offer them all as tribute for Slifer the Sky Beast, and then we equip with Cursed Bamboo Sword and attack directly. And that's pretty much the entire deck. Now we clear the back row with Storm if our NPC opponent has a back row, and a lot of people say that I should use this card, Release Restraint Wave, and I want to show you the difference between these two cards and why you should not use this card in ranked PvP or in this particular NPC farming. So this card says target one equipped spell card you control, destroy the equipped spell, and all face down spell and traps your opponent controls. Now the reason why you don't want to use this card is because it says destroy the equipped spell and all face down spell and traps your opponent controls. This means you can't play it unless your opponent has a back row that is face down. Okay? Versus Storm that says destroy as many spell and traps you control as possible, then as many spell and traps your opponent controls as possible, up to the number of cards destroyed by this effect. Meaning, if you play Storm, you can play it with your opponent having no back row. If you play Storm, you can destroy face up and face down. It's a better card. Because if someone plays this against you in ranked PvP and you're playing that Citron one turn kill OTK deck, Citron's effect won't stop this because this is a continuous effect. So you need a card like Storm or Cosmic Cyclone to get something like this out of here. So Release Restraint Wave is a terrible card, and it just doesn't work as good as Storm. It's a little situational, and in playing against these NPCs, you would be better off with Storm anyway. Now this deck is cool because it's a little bit different than my other deck that I had where I was using it to OTK people in ranked. This deck mainly focuses on summon Seraphinite, and when you summon Seraphinite out, you can get an additional normal summon, which allows you to summon Garnet. When Garnet hits the field, you can use Particle Fusion into Citron, and then when you attack direct with Citron, your opponent can't activate any back row anyway, and then you're going to use Bamboo to attack directly. And that's going to give you around like 5,000 point farm, a little bit more, a little bit better than that depending on the campaign. And it's pretty consistent and it always wins on the second turn, so let's check it out. Alright, so here's a level 40 Pegasus. Let's just jump in on level 40 Pegasus and farm him. Because as you know, level 40 Pegasus is one of those pains in the butt to farm. He's just a hard character to play against just based off of what kind of cards he uses. And since we're going to farm him out on the second turn, you know, it makes sense to try to do it on somebody as complicated as Pegasus, right? So let's go. Draw. Alright, got the Tri-Rite in hand. Alright, Thunder Dragon. And these farms go pretty quick too because you kind of learn what you're doing, and once you learn like what you're doing and how the deck plays, you don't really have a lot of issues like playing through the deck quickly. So I'm a Magical Stone, I'm gonna drop this, and I'm gonna drop a Thunder Dragon, and then I'm gonna pick up this. Now also you want to make sure if you have prismatic versions and shiny versions that you get those and use those, obviously, because the prismatic and shiny versions are going to give you more points. Alright, so we ran to our second Magical Stone Excavation, which is pretty good, but what I want to start seeing now that we've got that is just, yeah, this card, Painful Decision. I want to see this card before I see any of the other cards, because I want to make sure I get my Honeywise in the grave. Now the cool thing about this deck is you don't have to use handy wise. You can use any of the plethora of cards that they have available. It's tons of cards that are available for you to use that are level 2 normal monsters. You can use your favorite. So take back this prismatic again, and then let's play it one more time to pick up the very last card in the deck. Alright, and then let's play this. And then we're gonna go ahead and summon all 3 monsters. Here we go. Triple Haniwa. Haniwa attack. Haniwa attack. Haniwa attack. Alright, look, 3 Haniwas. And then you're gonna offer up all 3 for your Egyptian God Beast. You go middle, you go left, you go right. You tribute all for your Egyptian God, 4,000. Activate Cursed Bamboo, equip to the boy. Activate, back to hand. Direct damage. So you hit him direct, my boy. So then that's Slifer getting in there with the hot 4Gs on the second turn, just getting them out of here. Now let's just go ahead and take a look at these prizes and see like how many points we got. So you get 2,500 for quick victory, no damage, cards on the brink, over 3,000 damage, and with the divine, and I got a skill. See? So it's an easy win deck. You get lots of gold, you get lots of gems, you get lots of points, and you see it's 7,200. So that was pretty good, right? So let's try another. Let's try my second farm deck. So this is one shot. This is the one shot farm deck. It's the same concept of using. And we're gonna do it against Pegasus again. It's the same concept of using those Gem Knight monsters. Like I showed you, you can use those monsters to win the game very quickly against your opponent. Where's Pegasus? Oh yeah, there you go. Is the Gem Knight monster deck? It runs very much the same. You're using Citron to win against your opponent. You use Citron to knock your opponent out. But we're gonna speed to the end. I'm gonna show you how great this deck is, because this deck can do it from a 20 card deck, no dual standby. Going first or second, it doesn't really matter, as long as they just get a turn to go. Now this is actually kind of weird. Like Pegasus didn't play a monster on the first turn, but that's like no real big deal, because we can always afford to. You can always afford to take one hit. So dueling against somebody like Pegasus, you might get an extra turn. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that I wasn't gonna take that. Excuse me. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, I already took a hit, you know, so I'm gonna have to initiate my combo on this second turn. So let's initiate the combo right now, and not wait. So you're gonna always, because you can't play Magical Stone Excavation unless it's a spell in the grave, you want to always play a draw spell if you can. And we happen to get lucky and draw off of into the void another Cursed Bamboo, so we can get a double Bamboo Search. Alright, double Bamboo Search action. Alright, so let's take Bamboo Sword, and then let's take a golden bamboo sword, or broken bamboo and a golden bamboo. And then we can go ahead and smack down the bamboo sword on his beast. And let's go ahead and draw a couple cards. And then let's go ahead and draw a couple cards. And let's go ahead and draw a card. And let's go ahead and draw a card. And there's 3 cards left. Oh no, there's 2 cards left after this. So we're only gonna have the Magical Stone and then pick up just, oh, we don't even have the Magical Stone. We can just play one more Golden Bamboo and then draw 2 cards. So see, I just drew out the entire deck. And I believe I have the combo here. So polymerization, and we're gonna fuse we're gonna fuse Lazuli and Thunder Dragon to make Seraphonite, and then Seraphonite is going to, we're gonna normal summon that, and then we're gonna play this, and we're gonna fuse those together. So I can get rid of this storm, and I mean, no, I can play that storm to get rid of the back row, and then I can play, actually no, I don't need to get rid of the back row anyway, because it's not gonna be like econ or nothing stupid like that. But if this was like Kaiba or something, I would have to kind of go in a roundabout way to get my fusion out. I would probably have to, since I didn't normal summon, I would probably have to polymerization into yeah, I would probably have to polymerization into one of these Gem Knight monsters, so I can do the combo to get the monster back with Lazuli. But I'm gonna just show you how to do it normally instead of like doing anything fancy. But basically, you have to make sure that you draw out your entire deck, and once you draw out your entire deck and you basically have, you know, half of your deck in your hand, you can then go forward and do the combo. All right, so let's just do the combo. So you want to activate polymerization, and then you want to fuse together to make Zephyrknight. Now we did not normal summon this turn, but even though we didn't normal summon, some games you might have to normal summon. This is why you bring this card out. So best practices, always bring this card out. Like don't forget. Alright, and then Garnet, and then you activate Particle Fusion, put them both together, and then we can make Citron Beast. Get them out of here. Here he is, and then we're going to use Particle, put him to 45, and then we're going to activate this. Back in the hand, and then we're going to, well, I guess we don't have to activate it again, but I always like to activate it a second time and put it back on the boy. And then let's go ahead and hit him with that direct, and then here you go, direct attack, and then there you go. You can literally do that on every character. You can literally play that against anybody. Like, and it just works. It works very, very well, and yeah, it just works well. I mean, I just can't really say much on that. So it works very well, and as you see, it just, let's see how many points it gets us here. So it got us 1,000 less points because we didn't summon a Divine Beast, but you see it hit for 65 and got us an SR.
Like a lion, uncontrolled. Your work is on my back, just like that.